everyone.
Hello, hello.
Welcome back. It's podcast number 219. Happy Monday. Well, it's actually March 3rd?
Yeah, can you believe it? It's March already. It could be St. Patrick's Day soon.
March 3rd, and it's actually chilly again.
So, yeah, very cold today. Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it. Temperatures have dropped. We are not quite out of the frigid zone.
Groundhog said 6 more weeks. And
I wasn't here, so I missed it.
It hasn't been 6 more weeks, so the kids at school were saying that. I said, but you've already had 3 of the 6, so it's not as bad as you think it is.
We're halfway there.
Everyone gets a taste of the warm weather, and it's like, spring or the warmer weather, of course.
So true, true.
But that's okay. We're fine with it, right, Dina?
Absolutely.
How is everyone?
Still get to wear my knits.
Oh, yeah. Well, we love our knits.
Yes.
There's always, even in the summertime, there's fun to knit, right?
100%.
So what's happening, Dina?
Not much. We had a busy weekend.
Yeah. Well, you
during the week,
a wedding on Saturday.
We had a wedding. I was invited for Shabbat dinner, which I have to say was a treat. I was telling the kids were very happy because I'm usually hosting.
Yep.
And since they haven't been coming around that much anymore, they're happy when I'm hosted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not
you
still
were hosting.
Yes. They're very excited for me.
Good.
That was nice.
Good.
We had a wedding on Saturday. I was telling Pam, wedding of the century.
Huge, you said.
Huge, magnificent. My cousin knows how to
give a party.
Oh my goodness. The flowers, beyond.
Really?
Beyond gorgeous. Everyone looked spectacular. It felt like you were at the Oscars.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then, of course, Sunday, Pam and I went. We paid respects to Rose's family.
Correct.
We paid a Shiva call. We went to Gina's house.
Her granddaughter's house.
Rose's granddaughter. And we were with the family. We had a wonderful time.
It's very nice.
Celebrating her life.
It was really a great time.
I know. It was
really
crazy.
was.
My kids came, which was really nice. My husband came, and Danielle was like, wow, it was rather festive. I'm like, well, you know what, Danielle? It's okay to celebrate life.
Especially a 113-year life.
She lived a long life.
A lot to celebrate. Yep.
It was tremendous.
I took a picture of the citation. She had a citation she received when she was 100 and it would make sense to say 110, but I think she was 111.
Oh, I didn't see that.
From the Nassau County supervisor, town supervisor. And at the bottom it was so funny because it said, like, I don't know the exact words, but looking forward to more happy, healthy years. And I'm like, you're 111.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I took a picture of that. I said, I have to see that.
But speaking of pictures, we walked into the house.
Oh.
I felt like I was in an exhibit. It was like a museum, and Rose's work was on exhibit.
That was lovely. Yeah, that was lovely.
In the living room, they had a huge rod of all these knits that she had knit over time for Rhea, for Frankie.
Rhea being her daughter. Right.
Frankie, Rhea's husband, for Gina, her granddaughter. And we'll show you pictures. I hope to be able to insert them. Let me see if I could just show. Did you take a panoramic picture?
I did a picture. I did this one of that. I'll show you.
I'll see if I can pull up just one picture of the whole thing, and then I'll try to do individual pictures.
This was my picture. Cancel. Hold on. I'm in the select mode. I don't want to do that.
This is terrible that we're not ready. I'm sorry, guys.
Here it is. This one. I did this one of all her things.
Yeah, thank you. That's the one I wanted to show. So when you walked in, this is what you saw in the living room. The pink dress is a dress that she crocheted for Rhea. It's out of this organza ribbon.
It reminded me of the gossamer ribbon we used to have.
Right?
The
sheer gossamer ribbon.
It was crocheted.
Crocheted with, if I'm not mistaken, the tulip stitch.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell from the picture.
She has, several scarves. Let me just see. Hold on, sorry.
It's okay. There you go.
Several scarves here, and on the end sprinkled. This sweater she knit here in the shop. I think that blue sweater.
I think she knit that here as well.
In the shop. These were oldies but goodies. The prism sweater I was with her when I volunteered with her at Open Door to Stitchery.
Is that when she knit that?
She knit that out of fun stuff from Prism Yarns.
And she made it for her granddaughter. She said, I have to make it for you because the name was Fun Stuff.
Exactly.
And that's what Gina
she
was.
thought it right. Exactly.
Very cute.
Very cute. And then Pam and I were saying how
I've got a better picture of that sweater.
this sweater, beyond present. Half of these sweaters are timeless.
Yeah.
This here, the ivory sweater, is a cable sweater that she had knit for Frankie.
Yeah.
This initial sweater, my girls were right. It felt like a Ralph Lauren sweater.
Yes. I love that.
Gina's initials, GB throughout the sweater. And then
that was a copy. She copied. What was the designer? Not Anne Klein.
I think she said.
Did she say Anne Klein?
Anne Klein coat.
Years ago, she bought it. It was very
Gina
expensive.
bought this coat,
and Rose copied it.
She brought it home, and Rose, to a T, copied it, and she said, "I can knit that. Send it back."
And then this one. I don't know. Do you want to show this?
Yes,
or you want to do
sure.
it?
No, that's okay. I'll try to make a little collage if I can. Sometimes
this was
it's
on
hard.
a mannequin. This was a long dress that Rose had. We believe she crocheted.
She crocheted out of Filatura de Crosa, new smoking. We identified the yarn, which is crazy, but that was an oldie but goodie.
And in the collar was doubled over, but in between it, she had a grosgrain ribbon, silver grosgrain ribbon in there, so it
stabilized the neckline.
The detail was crazy.
You could see the poof sleeves. It was a long dress, and she used to wear this dress to weddings.
Yep.
And she has a very dear cousin, Ava, who has a daughter, Dina, and they were there, and Rose gave Ava this dress to wear at Dina's wedding.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Oh,
so
did
she shared that story, which was really remarkable. The amount of stories. I mean,
this is the BG sweater.
Oh, that's good. GB. For Gina Benacasa.
It was on black, and it just had, I just love that sweater.
Fabulous.
Love it.
And then show them now this sweater.
I think I have a better one of that, which I think this is better.
That's better. This is something that
would
hold up today.
I wouldn't mind having that nowadays.
Argyle, the gray and white in the background.
Yep. Beautiful.
Oh, stunning. Rose. Oh, okay. Let's show this one. This is a tennis skirt that she knit for her daughter, Rhea, and she thought it was so fun. She put a spider out of, she loved that stitch. She saw that in Barbara Walker's knitting
did she?
book.
Oh, the spider stitch,
yes,
and she put it on her thing.
She knit the spider. This one here, this is, okay, so Gina has a girlfriend that she used to go to, that she went to college with, and when she had her 3 girls, Rose knit each one of them a baby sweater.
And on those tags,
it was the year,
she did both. How old she was,
how old Rose was, and she was in her 80s. How old Rose was at the time that she knit each of the sweaters, and the young lady who is actually holding the sweater is one of the kids. That was one of the kids wearing the sweaters.
This one she made in 2005. This one she made in 2000. And this one she made in like 1998.
Something like that.
It was something like that.
Yeah. Crazy. But what was amazing is Rose knit for everyone.
She did.
And everyone who was there, Gina's girlfriends, I was looking for that picture. Okay.
I'm going to show you the full picture of the person wearing it. Then I'm going to zoom in. Tell them it's a young girl.
Okay, yes. So this is basically here you see waist to, floor, a long skirt. And if you enlarge it, you'll see that it's a granny square skirt. Now, Rose, back in the day, crocheted this skirt, and it was always a skirt. She made that for her daughter, Rhea, and she called it a hostess skirt. So apparently, when you were hosting, you would have these hostess outfits, and they were just really bold outfits, and Rose crocheted this skirt.
This skirt is over 50 years old.
How crazy is that?
It's got to be over 50 years old based on her age,
Based on her story, yeah. And
crazy.
One of their family friends,
look how
the
cute
daughter
she is.
had
young girl.
She has 7 kids. And they're all very free-spirited. And she said, you know what? I think I have a skirt that you're going to like. And sure enough, one of her daughters fell in love with the skirt and she wore it to the Shiva, which was just another ode to Rose.
I love this sweater. This is another oldie, right?
Yes.
Look at that. I love that. You could wear that today. You could wear that today.
The piece is
timeless. It's
literally timeless. Now, another thing that Rose was known for, she would look at a pattern and she could write the instructions.
Correct.
If there was a garment that you saw or a picture in a window, she would walk down Madison Avenue back in the day when she had her shop, Rose's Knitting Studio in Forest Hills, and she would literally write instructions for the most current sweaters.
Right.
Let's see. This is a poncho.
Oh, that she loves. Gina said that whenever she wears that poncho, people stop her.
Love this.
What did she make that out of?
She made it out of Jaeger yarn. I know the yarn so clearly because this was, I'll tell you how I know it.
Yeah.
Do you remember Rhea's story when she took Rose to the hospital and someone stole her sweater?
Yes.
Well, I had my poncho that I knit in this Jaeger tweed yarn. This beautiful poncho. I went to deliver Sophie, my fourth, and never came home with me.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you remember?
I remember
Same
that.
yarn. And I miss that poncho so much.
You should make it.
I should make it again.
Should make it.
Yeah, I need
Why
to find
not?
a yarn that's similar. So
Jaeger was like two-tone,
it was like
right?
a three-ply.
Was it three-ply?
Yes,
I remember
gorgeous. Gorgeous yarn. So this here's a beautiful poncho that she made. What else do I have? Let's see. This is her... Okay. So this is Rose's cousin, Ava.
Oh.
And look at how darling she is. These are the crocheted lap afghans.
Yes, remember, we would always get yarn for Ava.
So I'm going to be donating my boxes now because I used to send it to Rose.
Yes, I remember
So
that,
now I'm going to send Ava, I think actually to her daughter. She's going to sort through the yarn.
Right.
And they're going to continue
And who does she
making-
give the blankets to?
They donate them to hospitals.
Oh, nice,
and they're lap
nice.
covers.
That's
for
lovely.
Could
That's lovely.
either really be worn as a shawl if you fold it over or lovely wheelchair
And you know what?
lap
That's
pan.
what I always say to customers when they come in and they want to knit or crochet something. And you'd say, but this, everything you say, they say, no. I said, well, why don't you knit for charity? Crochet for charity. There's so many people who could use things.
100%.
It doesn't have to be that you make for yourself because there's nothing that they want. They'll say, I'd love to knit or crochet, but there's nothing that I want. Now, for me, I don't have to want it. I want to knit or crochet more than... I mean, not that I don't want what I make, but I would not knit or... I don't understand that. I would never not knit or crochet. And say, well,
I don't need to knit only for myself. In other words, I can find someone to knit for.
But even if you were knitting for yourself, would you have a hard time finding something for yourself?
Oh, no. No, but I will tell you something. This whole experience being at Gina's yesterday really impacted me.
Yeah.
In a way that I feel like, I told my kids, the two of my daughters drove back home with us. And I said, you know what? I said, I want to knit for everyone. Anytime someone has, do you remember me saying that?
She said that when we were there, she said, look at what Rose did for everybody. She
spread so much love.
Right. And,
through her knitting.
And that you said you want to do the same thing.
It's going to make me cry, but I'm going to.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I mean, it was, we saw that last night. Joe, it was Joe, the grandson-in-law.
Yes.
Gina's husband.
Yes.
No, I'm lying. Forget I said that. It was your son.
What?
Jake was wearing the scarf you made him last night.
Yes. Yeah. Jake was wearing the scarf.
I said, Mom made you that scarf. It was your son.
Yes.
It was made out of far.
Yes.
And he's like,
it's that stitch.
he said, can I make it look nicer? Because it had peeled a little bit. I said, of course you can. I said, really, though, it doesn't look bad at all. I didn't think it looked bad.
No, but he's
had it for how long?
Oh, goodness.
A long time.
Years, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we were talking about that.
We have to refresh it with a gleaner.
We have to use the cleaner to refresh it.
I don't mean just knitting for my kids.
I know.
Like now my friends, my contemporaries are having children, so I try to knit a sweater and a hat, like something. And I feel like it's starting, like that keepsake of, Dina knit this.
It could be one of Jake's friends has a baby.
Oh, right.
And so you could make something for them.
And they're starting, so it's nice. I'm going to, now I need to stockpile because honestly, it's hard to knit. When you have so many knits, you need to.
You do it also with the shop as well. So
it's hard.
It's a little more, I think it's a little more difficult. But the good thing I will say, if you're doing something for a baby or a child, it's a smaller piece.
Right.
Yeah, it's a smaller piece,
For sure. But anyway, I loved seeing the love, excuse me, the love and joy she spread through her knitting. And I'm doing it.
There you go.
Yeah. I have to.
Well,
it feels good.
That's like the thing, they say when you knit, say, like Ava does these blankets for charity, and they say they're crocheted with love, or they're knit with love, and they're knit with, say, a good thought, whether you want to say a prayer or not, it doesn't. But it's made with that
good
thought
energy.
that it's going to someone who needs it. It's like a healing thing.
It truly is, which is like the Love Scarf
and that's
project.
Just, right, that
exactly. We had just collected and promoted.
Exactly. And that's like with what Rose makes, what she made. Everything was made with love.
Super fun.
Right?
Super
and if
fun.
Rose were here and still able to do it, of course, when your kids start having kids, she'd be knitting for them. Right? So
it's crazy.
There you go. It's what you say. It's I can't think of the word. Not passed along. It's
heirloom?
No. It's when you do a good deed and you just
a mitzvah.
You
pass it on.
Yeah, pass it on. It's being passed on. So
right.
her good deeds are being passed on through you. Right?
I really feel that way. So? I really do.
I do.
Rose took a liking to me because I was so eager to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And she always said, Dina, you remind me of myself. When I first started.
Yeah.
And, I feel like I owe it to her to just continue.
To keep it going.
To keep it going. And I hope that one day, I truly hope that one day, Rose, when we say Rose, worked here. She volunteered here. She didn't, she worked in the sense of, okay, she appeared and she showed up and she helped and she inspired and she wrote. But she volunteered from the goodness of her heart.
Correct.
And she refused to take any payment. Yeah. So I could treat her to a Danish. She liked cheese Danish.
Take her for Chinese food.
Always took her for Chinese food. I would get her a handbag on her birthday.
Yeah.
She loved her Louis Vuitton.
See?
So we, for big birthdays, we got her big purses. She loved a stylish handbag.
Mm-hmm.
We always spoiled her in ways that we could, but she never, ever...
brought her ice cream.
Of course. Sweets was like the easiest thing that we can do. But she never took a salary. No. She came here, and not only did she just show up, she thanked me for letting her come.
Right.
Which is also just something so powerful,
Appreciation.
The appreciation that she had a place to show up, to be purposeful. And she said that she should be paying me because she was showing up here and she felt so productive and she felt
she had
a reason, a purpose.
She could still share and help other people with her knowledge. It wasn't as though she was cast aside. She still had to offer to other people, and it was appreciated. And I just think that it goes full circle down.
Literally.
It's the knitting community. Like you say, that when Rose took a liking to you because you reminded her of herself.
Right.
And that's because, we always talk about that, when you meet fellow knitters, you share the same enthusiasm, the same passion for the craft.
Yes.
Whether it be knitting or crochet or whatever. And that is the great thing with knitting. That is the great thing. Remember that guy that we saw his Instagram page the other day? He's a doctor.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He's crocheting a sweater. Right.
And his whole demeanor, but the profound words that he talked about when somebody knits for you or crochets for you, the amount of love, the energy, the working through the project, the appreciation. I can't imagine his bedside manner when he sees his patients. God bless him.
Yeah.
He was just full. It was so passionate.
He was saying that anyone who devotes the time to to do this hand knit work and the passion for it, they have to be such good people. He said they're just,
they're
special people that you would want to be friends with. And I think that goes back to when Rose said, it was to her to find someone who has a passion like she did for her craft. And then when she came here into the shop in her 90s, well into her 90s, even over 100, and she would come in and she's imparting her knowledge to other people and helping them for something that she loved to do.
Right.
So that's the whole thing with knitting. I feel knitting,
and
people don't understand that. Many people don't understand that.
I agree. Well, now it's my turn. I mean, I always share my knowledge in the shop. I'm looking at the table because that's where I'm always sharing. But I really do try, whether it's through Zoom, whether people come in and they want to improve their knitting, tips and tricks,
something that knowledge you can give them.
Why not?
Yeah.
Share the love. Yeah. There's so much out there to give. And I don't know. It makes me feel good when I share, when I give.
Well, I mean, again, you wouldn't say it's just a job. Many people have jobs, but this is the kind of job where you're doing things that you really you love doing, you feel an enthusiasm and a passion for, and that you can help other people do it.
Yeah.
Which is lovely. Whether you're teaching a 10-year-old how to knit, or...
we've had our share of 10-year-olds.
Right, of course. Or, you're teaching someone who hasn't knit for many years. You're refreshing them, and it's like when I came into the store, Dina said to me, when I was knitting, she said, I'm going to show you a faster way to knit. Because I was throwing. I can't imagine.
Which is what Rose did to me.
Right.
She said, I was knitting feverishly, like at night when my kids were sleeping, and I was trying to get my husband's sweater or whatever, big projects, small needles that I finally threw out my shoulder. She said, Dina, I'm going to teach you a new way. And you start out slowly, but once you really learn it,
do a whole knit project. Just knit one project that way, and you'll be able to do it.
Right. It's like teaching new muscle memory.
Muscle memory
is what's happening.
So I mean, that's you can just share so much with other people, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel useful, right?
Yes. Very useful.
That's what the ladies at church said to me. They said you have to stop working and come to knitting on Tuesday. Because sometimes they do things. They do things, and it's like, and I have to bite my tongue, sometimes when they, like I went there recently and they were knitting, they decided they had to knit prayer shawls. And we used to knit in the knitting group at church, prayer shawls out of the Lion Brand's homespun.
Okay.
It was an inexpensive yarn. It had beautiful colors and, variegation, and it had a little texture to it. So you could just knit the whole thing. It was on a 10 needle. It went quickly. So they were out of them. So they went through the yarn that they had at church because people make donations, which is fine. And they said, well, we have to go through this yarn, one or two of them said, and let's use it. And then I see my friend, and I said, but what happened to the homespun? They said, well, they went to Michael's, and they don't carry it anymore. They don't make it anymore. I said, I find it hard to believe that Lion Brand wouldn't make homespun. It was such a popular yarn.
Right.
So, of course, I looked it up, and I found it, and it was on sale.
Oh, wonderful.
And I said to my friend, just buy 3 skeins. I'll buy it. I'll donate it to church, know. And there are some people knitting there that are newer knitters, not as experienced. And when I went to church that Sunday, there's the knowledge of gauge is not there. So they have like 50 stitches on this thick yarn, and she's doing knit 3, purl 3. She's not as experienced, and it's like, you can do what you want. You can do whatever you want. But I mean, I wouldn't do that. Just buy the homespun. Why go back and forth?
If it's
the
on
3,
sale.
the 3.
Can they do it?
And plus, it's not washable yarn. I said, you're using yarn that's not washable.
No, that's not good.
You're donating. It should be a washable yarn.
Yes, I agree.
Anyway,
we just wanted to pay tribute
to Rose.
Really, just dedicate this episode to just the wonderful things that she might have said. And I'm just thinking, there was a story, not a story, but one thing she would always say when a customer would come in and they'd be frustrated and they'll say, "Oh, Rose, I can't do that." And she would say, "Don't say that. If you want to do it, you can do it. You can do anything." Like, she would never allow you to say, "I can't."
Woman.
She was strong-willed,
yeah.
Determined, and she would really lift you. And, if there was a hurdle, like a challenge that you faced, she might handle that little challenge to get you to the next level. But she almost never let you give up, which is really also remarkable.
Right.
Like, she always said, if you want to do it, you can do it. Mm-hmm. Don't say you can't. Where there's will, there's a way.
Right.
And that was Rose.
That was Rose.
That
was the way she lived her life.
Yeah.
I have to tell you a funny story. I was coming home from school today. I'm in the car. I turned the radio on, and I'm not really listening to it. And it was a guy and a girl, and they must have been talking about being healthy or something. I don't know. And she says to him, "Well, listen, the oldest living Holocaust survivor just passed away." I'm like, wait a second. And he said, "Really?" And I think it rang a bell to him, the story. She couldn't recall the name. And she said, "Yeah, she was 112 years old." And I said, 113. And he said, where is she from? And she says, "I think she was from Baldwin." I said, no, she wasn't from Baldwin.
That's where she ended up.
And she said, and we're talking about the age, and she says, this one says, and the key is dark chocolate.
That's our Rose.
So Rose has, she's gotten to so many people.
It's remarkable.
That they're talking about her on the radio.
CBS Sunday Morning News.
Yeah.
CNN, right. NBC. I mean, there isn't a news station.
They were saying Australia, New Zealand,
UK.
Yeah.
Local papers like in Texas, across the country, Arizona. Everyone was messaging from all over. Right. And it's just amazing that even from this podcast, like our last podcast when we shared the news, there were so many lovely comments, and thank you so much, because they're all beautiful and endearing. And we love sharing our stories about Rose, but the fact that all of you also know Rose,
yeah, right,
it's just incredible.
Well, yeah, you had people saying that they heard it on their local news in another state,
and they all felt connected because they knew who they were talking about through us,
exactly.
Which is really.
But don't forget to mention, we were talking about Rose, stories about Rose last night, and her son-in-law was saying how she wasn't a good cook. Like, they would go over for dinner and they would say, "What did we just eat? What is it we just ate?" And her husband was like, "I don't know." But, don't say anything. You're a good husband.
But she could bake.
Yeah, and so tell them about what she baked, what she would bring us all the time.
She would always bring us. I have to bring I should take a picture of it. Sophie one day asked her for the recipe. She was notorious and made the best rugelach.
Yeah, she did.
And I actually just got the recipe.
So Danny's going to make us some
Gina sent me the recipe, Oma's rugelach. So I'm definitely going to make it. And Frankie's mom used to make pitzel. Mm-hmm. And Rose adopted the recipe. And we are going to get that as well, and the kids would love the pitzel.
And your daughter said that she used to like. I think it was Danielle used to like the tins. She'd always bring it in tins.
She would put them in coffee tins, or because they were about this big.
Yeah,
and they would be layered, and you wouldn't. They're so fragile.
They're very fragile. Right?
You wouldn't want them to crack. And every now and again, my kids would get this delivery of sweets. They absolutely loved her rugelach and her pitzel.
Right.
Pitzel? I don't know if I'm saying it.
I think it's pitzel.
Pitzel.
It's, there's that special thing that you use.
It's like a waffle maker, but it's a pitzel
You put the metal thing in the dough, and then you put it into the oil, I think, whatever. So we have to make those, Dina.
Yes, we do. I'm just going to text my daughter because she just called.
And so that would be lovely. So, you can't be good at everything. Know what you're good at. Rose liked to bake. She's a great knitter. Cooking wasn't necessarily her thing.
No.
Right? But, you know, when we would go visit her, what would we bring? We'd bring ice cream and
Oh, Frankie would always say he would make reservations.
he would make reservations. Well, she first said that whenever she would invite them over, they would go to a restaurant and eat. And then
Right.
she was married to
Jack.
Jack. And then she would invite them over, and they had dinner there one night. And Frankie said to Jack, "What was that we just ate?" And Jack said, "I have no idea."
But
Very
they both,
funny.
Yes.
Very funny.
Yes.
Anyway,
So they went out for dinner a lot.
so ask me what I'm wearing, Dina.
What are you wearing, Pam? It's about time.
This
30 minutes in.
I know. This is a scarf that Dinah allowed me to wear just now.
Allowed.
It's lovely. This was a scarf. This is Rose's scarf. And every time Rose wore this scarf to the shop, I would say, "I love that scarf, Rose. I love
You're
that
making
scarf."
me feel guilty that I got the scarf. That Raya gave me the scarf.
No,
But I'll share it.
No. Anyway, and so in any event, I never made it, but I think I will now. And look at the beautiful fringe. So anyway, so Oma.
We have a piece of Oma.
Yes. And
Raya was kind enough to gift. She asked me if I wanted anything, and I told
did you
her
pick this one?
I did.
You did, yeah.
I did, but that was a while ago. That's when she was still in the nursing home.
Right.
She asked me. She was, I guess, dispersing some of her things.
Right.
And I said, I want that ivory scarf, the one that has all the holes in it.
And I'm sure that what they had displayed there was only a small bit of what
Gina was wearing a beautiful jacket.
Oh, yes. I remember that
She was wearing
jacket.
this red jacket. My kids remembered the jacket because Rose used to wear it too.
Yes.
And it was a jacket that Rose made. It was the first jacket that she made here in the shop. She came, she said, I need, I don't know how many skeins of Zara, this beautiful shade of red, and we had the black eyelash yarn. Basically a red cardigan with black fluff on the cuffs
and on the collar.
and the collar. Gorgeous.
Was red her favorite color?
Yes.
Yeah, it was, right? Yep.
Yes.
And I used to love when Rose would come in. Rose would come in and say to Dinah, I'm making whatever she might have been making. It could have been something for someone else. She's making something for Gina, whatever she's making. And she'd say, I need some, red yarn. Right? And she would just tell you, it's like, I just need some red yarn. Very, very.
Gina also loves the color red.
Yes.
And you saw the red coat, the red on the sweater.
Yes, there was a lot of red.
Yes,
there was a lot of red. Yep.
But yes, that's probably just a smidgen of the things that they all own. So anyway.
We just wanted to really basically just
an
do a
ode to
podcast,
Rose.
an ode to Rose, because we both felt leaving there yesterday that it was such a life, such a tribute to Rose.
We had to share it.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing the Penguono. This is designed by Stephen West.
It's an oldie but goodie.
Oldie but goodie. I love wearing it a couple times a year. This is another one of those days. It's cold outside. I'm going to the city to see a
that's
show.
perfect. That's
so I
perfect.
figure this would be nice.
Yep.
And then I'll have my scarf. I'll have Rose wrapped around my neck.
There you go.
Whips?
Whips. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have whips. I have this. Let me see.
Oh, wait. Let's do FOs first.
Okay, well, I did finish
Ta-da!
my Silky Twist Hoodie. I can never remember the name. For my girlfriend. This will be mailed out to her this week. It's lovely.
Happy birthday, Patrice.
I'm going to put it on.
You should.
I took a picture of myself wearing it the other day, but I omitted my face, which was lovely. So maybe I'm going to send her that picture and say this is on its... Her birthday was last week. And here you go. Here it is. Got to fix that in the back. Just like that. And look at that. How lovely is this? I'm telling you, I love wearing these pieces, Dina. I'm going to have to make about 5 of them in different colors.
Every color is good.
It's so comfortable to wear. Anyway, this is it. This is colorway
75-25.
Right. And
again, I should just
one skein.
reiterate that these skeins that I order, I mean, I always order the colors that are needed plus extra. But by the time that order comes in, those extras have actually been pre-sold.
Right.
It's very hard to, I mean, there are so many colors on the website. It's kind of hard to know which colors are going to sell and always stock every color at the same time that it's wanted.
Yeah, you can't do
But
that. Yeah.
I do my best.
Anyway, so this is my FO. There you go.
Beautiful.
What about yourself, Dina?
I was just weaving in the ends while we were talking about Rose, but this is my Lin-Lin. She is not blocked yet. This is designed by Yoko
Lovely.
Johnson.
What yarn did you use?
I used Madeline Tosh DK in the colorway La Vienne Rose.
How many skeins?
Rose.
I know. There you go.
It took 3 skeins. I didn't use all 3. It's done. One languishing whip
Gorgeous.
is off my needles.
You have to wear that next week.
Yeah, so this was my, I guess you could say oh my God, look at how gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
I don't even know if I have to block it just yet. I kind of like this texture where
I think
you
could give it a little bit of steam. Just a
little
steam.
But
not flatten it. Just a little steam.
Yeah, I kind of like this whole texture business going on.
It's lovely.
So Lin-Lin, Yoko Johnson, 3 skeins Madeline Tosh DK, and this was one languishing whip for February.
Got it done.
2 for 2.
You got it, Dinah.
Garden, cardigan, and Lin-Lin.
And Lin-Lin.
I have to focus on
your whips. Well,
yes.
I didn't bring it with me.
What's that?
I'll show you what I have. I only brought. Oh, jeez. Okay, it's not open. It's closed. I brought my. Speaking of languishing whips, I brought my my Letho. I have been working on my Letho, and you'll be happy to know, Diana, that. Just get rid
How'd
of
we
that.
do on where we were?
I made it. Well, I knit to the part where I have to start
shaping.
Shaping.
Fabulous.
I have to do some shaping. So this would be the right. That would be the right sleeve. I've added to my front and back because you can see where that thing is. I go around. Oh, I go up and around and down. So every time I do a row, I'm adding a row to the front and the back. So now it is time for me to put half the stitches on hold.
Woohoo!
And to shape the back neck.
Imagine how much faster you're going to be
So
going.
I'll only have this many stitches in a row, and then I think I knit that to about 10 inches,
from the zipper.
From the zipper, and then I'm ready to do my, I guess my borders, right?
You have to. Do you have to?
I have to do
the
I have to. I have to do the mosaic,
right,
and join the back,
right.
But I was telling Dina yesterday. I cannot find my yarn. This is what happens when you put something down for 3 years. I can't find it. I took everything apart this weekend. I went through all
that is so frustrating.
Yarn, my project bags, and I can't find it. And I really am at a loss because I don't even know where else I can look. And I checked. When I checked, I went through the places multiple times. I just didn't look once, because you think maybe you missed it. But that's the Letho from Moonstruck, Natasja Hornby. And so this will get done. But I think I need to order the yarn.
Do you have the color number?
I have no idea. I have to look and see if in my bag I have one of the labels. I use the Shelter from Brooklyn Tweed, but I don't know if I have the label. I hope with my luck, I'll order the wrong color, gray. But anyway, that's what I have been working on. And I'm excited to shape the back and then go to the 10 inches and do my mosaic and join it. And then the mosaic is only for about an inch or so it's not bad. Do you have anything else to show, Dina?
I do. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude.
You're not being rude.
I have my press knit
look at that
I'm working on for Natasja Hornby. This project is Sylven Sweater.
It's a T.
That's her hashtag. It's a T. I've done the back,
the front and back, right?
And I've picked up each neckline, and I've done the front.
Oh, good.
Almost, not quite. I have a ways to go.
To go down to this part.
Yeah, I need about 3 inches or so, and then I believe I shape the armholes, and then I'll join in the round.
And you'll be done before you know it.
No, there's quite a bit more to go. Sleeves, the
body. A little at a time.
There's a whole
border on the bottom,
but you can see here there's a little bit of texture, which is really nice.
Keeps it interesting.
Yes.
The last whip that I have is my whip for the knit-along that Dina and I are doing, the Zoom knit-along. It's the Alpine Bloom. I just don't want to lose it when I take it out. And I am using this color.
Ruby and Roses.
Which is called
Love Note.
Love Note. And I'm using Inkling from
Spin Cycle.
Spin Cycle. And you can see that it's not a huge contrast. And this is what I was telling you, Dinah, when I wound it up. Look what I got.
Oh, it's pretty.
So I decided to start from the inside.
Okay.
But I'm concerned that when I get to that color, there may not be a big... Well, there may be a little bit. I'll see. But anyway, so this is what it wound.
I don't know that it has to, like... I noticed that there are many people on Ravelry who are knitting this. The colors aren't always high contrast.
Yeah.
And it's okay if it almost feels like very faded or vintage when
it
you
doesn't
lose
when you
a
lose
little
some.
bit. Yeah.
Right. So I decided to start with this inside color, then it will go to the blue, and then when I wind my second ball, if I want to continue with the blue, because it won't use the entire second ball.
No.
I would probably start with the blue, and then if it fades into the pink, that's fine, the lighter color. But this is where I am. Not that much is done yet. I can't show you that much, but it's my neck, my lace neck, and some of the repeat. There you go. And again, it's not a high contrast, but it's fun. And I think this is about 62 rows. And
For the chart?
I think the chart is, and I'm on maybe 11. So there you go. And that's mine.
Beautiful, Pam.
That's my...
So we're getting ready. Tomorrow is our second Zoom class for the Alpine Bloom. I have just cast on. I didn't get very far. I just did the neckline. Almost looks like a little crown. But this is the neckline, and trying to get ready to be in position for our class tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow we're going to discuss how to do gauge and color work and how to read the chart.
It's very cute.
So, beautiful top. Pika Pika is what I'm using from Moondrake. Alpine Bloom is designed by Caitlin Hunter. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
There you go.
We're going to show you one kit.
We put them together last week.
Yes.
And everyone was very excited about them.
Thought I was late to the party.
We showed this on the podcast last week.
We did.
Through lines.
The reason we're showing them again is because even what we kind of went live with during the week, a lot of them sold. Right. We added new ones.
Correct.
It's been popular. I think it's because Andrea Mowry is hosting her March to May knit along, and for this season she's going to be doing shawls and sweaters. And Thru Lines is a new release, and we're getting a lot of interest. So we wanted to show you some of the kits.
I think people start it because they figure they'll have it for next year, and
it's just
the
fun.
knit along just keeps.
She's got wonderful prizes.
Yeah. Oh, does she?
Yes, she does. And while I really want to knit this, I didn't think I did, but now I really do. Yeah. People have asked me, Dinah, you're going to enter the knit along. Are you going to do the knit along? While I may not do it simultaneously, I would never enter because as a shop owner, I don't feel that I should enter
you feel like you should promote it. You promote it.
Promote with pleasure. Right. Yeah. But I don't feel like I should be.
But it seems like it would be a lovely piece to knit. And when, I'm sure some of you saw what we showed last week, and we have even more to show this week.
Yes.
So why don't we do that?
Okay.
You go,
so
Dina.
This is a new kit. It's similar to one that sold. I couldn't really replicate the one that I had.
What's different about it?
This is dark gray. I put it with Straw Baby as opposed to Big Sky. Right. And then this is going to be the line running through, and then this would be your little T.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Very pretty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is lovely. Right up my alley. That's why Dinah has it on my side, probably. This is the main color. It's a beautiful shade from Art Yarns. This would be the vertical line. This is Rusted Rainbow, and this would be your horizontal.
Right. And if you're trying to find the kits, try to locate it via the name of Spin Cycle.
So when Dinah has them on the website, she called this the Rusted Rainbow kit, right?
Yes. Now, this is Good Omen. This is Good Omen, but it's paired with pink. You might see Good Omen paired with another colorway. So this is the Good Omen pink kit. So here's the pink scarf. This is the next one coming up. This is your line of Good Omen. And this is kind of tonal. but very pretty.
though,
Pink
very
on
pretty,
pink.
yeah.
And then you've got that tealy green
Raspberry.
color. Yeah, gorgeous.
This is what Dina is talking about. This is the lighter gray as the main color. This is Good Omen going this way. And
then this is the teal.
That beautiful teal will go
gray.
that way. So this would be the Good Omen gray.
Light gray and teal. That's Good Omen pink. Okay, this is very different from what we've done in the past. This is a light pink scarf, which I thought was very pretty. This is ranunculus running through it. And then I did this light denim blue. Oh, is that gorgeous?
Let me see that. That is beautiful.
So you'll see, if you go closely, you'll see all the blue running through ranunculus. Very pretty, soft kit.
Okay, the next one we have here is beige as the main color. Dan, can you hold that for me?
Yes.
This would be your Wololo going this way. Thank you, Dina. And look at this.
This is a fabulous kit. This is a new one, the turquoise.
It's beautiful.
Stunning.
Because that color is in the Wololo.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, Dina.
Another soft kit. This is a very soft baby blue. I've got Verba Volant here, which is even lighter than the ranunculus. And I went opposite here. I put that with the light pink. Another soft kit, the inverse almost of the other kit in a different spin cycle.
This is a lovely, it's like a very light, like a tealy blue-green. This is great. This is Mississippi Marsala. Look at that. And this is your...
Stunning.
That's gorgeous.
Rust running through it.
I would have a hard time picking which kit.
They're so good. This is a new one. This is a gorgeous purple. I don't know what kind of shade. What would you call that? Like a dahlia?
Yeah, that's good.
Double Trouble. And wait until you see the line running through it. Just go close. Oh my God.
Very good.
So good.
Again, this is a main color. A lighter gray is your main color. A Stay Ready is your
I like this kit.
other one. And
this is a dark Stay Ready.
A dark Stay Ready. Right, it is. Right.
So that works with, yes, it works with
and
this.
then this will be your
So nice.
horizontal.
Love it. Navy. Now this is actually Sea Spray.
Oh, that's gorgeous, Dina.
Which is really pretty.
That is beautiful.
And then for the line running through it is this beautiful shade of pink. It's like a blue pink. Gorgeous.
Can't stand it. This is a beautiful brick color. Not the darkest brick. It's more like a carrot, like a glazed carrot.
Love
to
it.
me. And this is
It's a good kit.
Shades of Earth.
I love this kit.
And look at this great blue.
Just something very warm about this kit.
Very nice.
This is a soft navy. We have a darker navy.
Right.
Next up, neon pink, Straw Baby. And you'll see the Straw Baby might be a little bit different than the one I showed earlier. And I have this with this shaded purple running through it. Very pretty.
What was the other color they went with this? Was it gray? It was gray? It was gray.
Yes, the dark.
Was this gray?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I thought it was a darker gray, Pam. Maybe it was that one.
There.
That's it.
This is a beige. It's almost like a chamois beige to me. And this is Close Call. Beautiful. And look at that right above it.
Gray running through it.
That's lovely.
Very pretty. And this was a kit that we were able to replicate. This is like a nice warm toasty camel.
Like that.
This is Goldie.
Oh, that's the one you like, Dina.
I like this kit. I like so many of them. This is the Goldie. There's the tie is running through it.
I don't know which one you would do, Dina.
I know, right? And this is the UV purple.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I like a lot of them. It'd be hard to choose.
This is like the denim blue. It's got Valley Girl going with it. And this is what Dina was referring to, the dark navy, going as the vertical stitch.
Right. That blue's darker than the other blue.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's all I have on my side.
Me too.
We're done
So
at the
quite a
same time.
selection. It's not too late to join the knit along. It's for 3 months. You've got plenty of time. So if there's something that interests you.
You could even do a shift.
She's,
Right?
I don't know if a cowl. No, the shift.
It
has to be a shawl or a sweater.
A sweater or shawl.
Right.
Okay.
Now, if there's something that you wanted that we've shown kits in the past,
What
I
is
think
that shawl I'm thinking of? She did it in...
The traveler shawl?
Could do that. I was thinking of that one with
Night
green
shift.
Night
Shift. Yes, gorgeous. So all of these are, wonderful projects. If there's something specific that you'd like, by all means, email me, and I'll be happy to work with you.
And the one fell on the floor. That goes with that.
Not a problem. I also have to say, I think she's allowing whips.
Oh,
so if you have something started that was, I think, self-published,
that would be lovely.
That would work too.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, new in shop. One last thing that we're going to finish off with. We have new point protectors, and I can't show them all because some of them are a little bit racy, and I don't want to talk, say those words here. But we will show you some ones that are not racy. This is a khamsa, and we absolutely love that. It's like the hand of God.
This is a Red Barn.
Like Old MacDonald. I like that one. Mm-hmm. This one is slow progress, but it's still progress.
Love this one. These are skeins with the knitting needles in them.
I like the rainbow yarn.
Yep.
This is one of my favorites. UFOs.
Oh.
Unfinished objects. UFO. Love that.
There you go. This one says, it's very pretty. It's got a butterfly in the center, and it says, good things.
Oh, that's good. Very
good
positive.
Good things are coming.
This one is cute. I had to get these because my husband
is in that business.
Is in the business. Diamonds.
Yep. These are just little confetti.
I like those.
Clear confetti.
This is a beautiful rainbow cup. Stars and the hearts.
And what's this one?
That's the slow progress.
Slow progress is still progress.
Yep.
It's a little snail.
Here's another one. Hold on. Let me overthink this.
Oh, I love that one.
When you're vacillating over what should I rip?
Should I rip or shouldn't I rip? That would be a good one. To rip or not. What is it?
To rip or not to rip.
To rip or not to rip.
Anyway,
and those are the
new
ones.
in shop.
Yeah, right.
There's some others, but you'll see them on the
website
yes.
if you take a look.
Yes.
Plus ones that we've had.
I'll actually insert when I'm editing what the like where you can find them.
Right, exactly.
And a link to
link to it.
Yes.
Sure.
That's
I
it.
think that's it. Was there something in the back?
Oh, I have something to show you. We have one beautiful finished object.
Oh, yeah, you finished that.
Yes. So this here is a baby blanket.
Lovely.
That belongs to Barbara. This is a gorgeous blanket. This was actually a panel. It was one square that was supposed to essentially be
one of four.
One of four.
For an Afghan.
Right. And when you sew them all together, you get this diamond formation and all of these textures.
That was in Manos. Was that in Manos?
The Manos book.
We could still knit that, you know.
Yeah.
We still have that.
So she said, can I convert this to a baby blanket? She needed a gift.
Was it our Barbara?
Barbara Mazzei.
Oh, it was Barbara Mazzei.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And here it is. She needed a gift for a little girl. We adorned it with a pink ruffle.
This is a great baby blanket.
Stunning.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. I have to weigh it to see how many skeins it took.
How many skeins it took, yep.
I know.
Was it one skein on the edging?
2.
It was 2.
Yeah.
What did you do?
2.
A double crochet?
Double crochet ruffle.
And a single and then a double.
Yes, I did frame it.
But did you
first.
do the single in the white? You did the single in the white? Or
No,
in the pink.
In the pink. She had it already done.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just. How gorgeous is that?
It's gorgeous.
I have to say we've been seeing a lot of texture.
Yeah.
So expect to see texture from us.
Yeah.
Pam and I have I've consolidated a list. Thank you for all the suggestions for the cable tees. We are short on time today. I have to end early, but we will get back to you next time and we will discuss our next knit along.
We have made progress. I think we've settled on one and
details will
maybe
follow.
More than one actually.
Yes.
And
all right.
We will be in touch with that. Anything else? Is that it?
No, I just want to thank you all for joining us with this special Ode to Rose.
Thank you for the kind words and messages that you sent.
Very heartwarming.
On the podcast and also as well to Dina.
And to Pam.
No.
She was equally your friend too.
Yes.
But if I can just say anything, spread love through knitting.
Through knitting. That's the one thing that
and
Rose
that will
taught
be
us. Yep.
the best thing that we could do for Rose.
Right.
Yeah.
Fabulous tribute.
Yep.
Let's go have a piece of chocolate.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.